Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cafe Chronicles. Steve here. It's a little bit of a different episode here today. I thought I'd bring you guys on a little bit of a journey with me today. So I did something a little bit cheeky. Over the winter, I think we all deal with, the coronavirus lockdown and social distancing. And in Canada, we've got, quite a harsh winter with snow and cold, so you can't go riding the motorcycle. I think, everybody has their own way of kind of dealing with that. For me, some of the things that I do, of course, watching some build series, Cafe Racer build series, making build series as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying season 2 on the KZ750. That's typically some of the way that I'll stay kind of sane and stay motivated during the winter months and during lockdown. This year I also started to look into adventure channels, like motorcycle adventure channels. Started to look into just touring, where people were just going and seeing all these amazing places, and especially being able to do that even during social distancing and even during COVID lockdowns and things like that. I thought was really cool. So I kind of started jonesing on it, and I decided I was going to buy a new motorcycle. Now, it's not brand new. It's new to me. It's like a 2016, but I'm still really excited about it. A little bit of a new toy. I wanted to buy something that was very reliable, that was going to be really nice for long distances, and that I'd be able to really enjoy those types of adventures or on those types of tours, let's say. I'm going to bring you guys with me and show you what it is. We're going to go to Snow City Cycles in Toronto, pick it up. I've already been out there during the winter and had a look at the bike, ended up buying it. So today it's just go pick it up. I brought a trailer with me and the truck. You might be looking thinking, why is he driving there? But I figured I'd go. Traffic is pretty bad around these areas anyways. It's easier for me to just take a U-Haul motorcycle trailer with me. They're cheap. It's like $15 or something to rent for the day. I pop out here, load up the bike, bring it home, and then I'll take you guys in the first ride of it and see what you think. So I was here at Snow City Cycle Marine, and this is the new girl, Ninja 1000 ABS Kawasaki. It's 2016 inline 4. So I've got it up in the trailer. I'm going to get it home and do a little bit of a first ride on it. So the first ride on the Ninja 1000, have to say I'm just really loving the riding position. It's just a very straight up, comfortable riding position. As I was saying a little bit earlier, it's the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 ABS. Comes with ABS and traction control. It's got a few different power modes on there, and I actually have, you've got full power and you've got low power, and I actually have it set on the low power mode at the moment. I kind of figured it was a little smoother kind of riding style. I don't really feel like it's taken a huge amount of power away. I think it's just more usable, more manageable in my opinion. Also, I have it set on traction control 3, the third setting. So it's got 4 settings. It's got off, 1, 2 and 3. 1 being I suppose the least intrusive amount of traction control, and 3 being the most. So low power mode and traction control on 3. It has heated grips as well, but all in all, like, I have to say the bike is so well balanced and it is really, really smooth. The engine is just like butter on it. A massive amount of power. I've never ridden a bike with so much power in it, but very usable power. It seems to be like a huge amount of torque. You know, you're in 6th gear there and you're behind a car and you want to overtake. You don't have to change down, you just open the throttle and that thing will just absolutely go like a bat out of hell. Makes it perfect for touring. You know, having a sport bike makes a lot more sense to me, because it means that the sport bike is a lot more responsive. The brakes are excellent, it's nimble, it's easy to handle. You just feel a lot more connected with the road. And with a sport touring type bike like this, you know, you have that comfortable kind of seating position, but you also have the responsiveness and the handling of a sport bike. So it's kind of best of both worlds. That's why I went for something like this, and like the Ninja 1000. You know, coming to a turn, or having to slow down for a turn, having to change down to pick speed back up and stuff like that. It's, you know, you get real sick of that on a long ride. So it'll be nice to be able to enjoy the twisties. Also comfortable, reliable, but also you know, just good for touring as well. So, you know, last year I really was enjoying riding the CB750, but you know, on a cafe racer that's over 40 years old, of course, you have to be careful not to go too far, and you know, you can't be doing like 1,000 kilometers on it, you know, and you know, to go too far on you know, a 40-plus-year-old bike, because yeah, you can't get parts. You know, those bikes too, they weren't designed the way new bikes are. You know, the machining, they just didn't have the same kind of technology that they have these days. You know, on production bikes these days, you know, they can get engine parts to such high tolerances that the engines are bulletproof. You know, they just run forever. Engine like this could merrily do 150,000 kilometers. Whereas, you know, like the 1978 CB750, a bike like that, you know, if you were to get 50,000 kilometers out of it, I think you'd be probably looking at an engine rebuild. So it's a completely different ball game. Yeah, so last year I was doing a lot of riding on the CB750, but in the lockdowns and everything, it would have been really nice to go further. And I used to find that after a few hours on, my back could be a little bit sore because of the cafe kind of position and that. You know, having a bike where I could really kind of go a little further and have a nice seating position, be able to maybe bring my wife along, that would be fantastic. Maybe do a little bit of motorcycle camping or that. I kind of figured that would be something nice to kind of keep me sane, you know, during lockdowns and things like that. So I was chatting to my buddy Neary about it, and Neary's got zero motorcycle kind of experience or anything, and I think I kind of gave him the bug. I think I bugged him enough that he finally went and he took his M2 course. Yeah, he actually did really great in the course. You know, for somebody who had never even driven a manual standard car, he'd only driven automatics, to, you know, I've never ridden a motorcycle before, actually go and jump on a bike and learn how to ride it and do it all in a weekend and pass the test and get his M2 license. It's pretty awesome, you know. He did that last October. Now over the winter he's been jonesing and looking forward to being able to get a motorcycle, buy his first bike and all that. And the two of us have talked about seeing a little bit of Canada. He's a friend of mine actually from
from Ireland, and he moved over to Canada maybe a few years after I did. You know, he's interested in seeing some more of Canada too, and what a great way to do it on a bike. You really get to experience it all. You get to experience out in the landscape. You're there, you know. And I think anybody who's ridden a motorcycle before and done that knows how different it is to travel by motorcycle, and it's very hard to articulate, but you know, once you've done it once, I think you kind of get the bug for it, and you get it. That was kind of the motivation behind it. So hopefully I'm hoping this summer to be able to get out on the bike and do some touring. I want to see some of the beautiful spots in Canada. I'd like to take you guys along on those rides as well. Hopefully show you around a little bit and have a few adventures along the way. So I think once we start to do some rides, Neri and I, because Neri will be kind of just really kind of getting into it, the first few that we'll do will be kind of long day trips and stuff, and making sure he gets his confidence up, and we'll take it nice and slow, make sure he's comfortable with it and all. But then once he is, we'll start to go a little bit further afield and start to take you on some sightseeing tours of Canada, have some fun along the way, drink some good Canadian beer. I think you're gonna like Neri. He's a cool guy. Him and I go back, we have a bit of fun together, so I think it'll be fun to be able to go on a ride like that with somebody you get on with, and be able to stop in and have a few beers as well, and not get too wound up about anything. Yeah, I was excited to show you the bike today. I was excited to pick it up. I'm really loving it.
So that's about it for the episode. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Both Dan and Neri were meant to come along today, but they were both working, so they gotta pack in this whole working thing. It's getting in the way of this motorcycle game. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're looking forward to bringing you on some adventures with us. Stay safe and see you soon.